Well, it's Wednesday, and it is the third official work day of the week. It's midweek right here. We call it Way Back Wednesdays. Of course, on Flow 94.9 FM. It is still part of our morning show. We call it the Morning Spice on Flow 94.9 FM. It is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, where we take a critical look at issues as it affects our dear nation, Nigeria, and also as it affects our dear state, Abia State. And of course, we talk to newsmakers. We look at sectors from economy to business to agriculture to security. You can name it right here on the flow of God's own state. The program runs every Monday, every Wednesday, and also every Friday. My name is Michael Oni. We're presently live on Facebook. You can log on to your Facebook page and like our Facebook page for you to watch what is happening in the studio right now. You want to see my glasses? Fine. Head on to our Facebook page, Flow 949 FM, and watch the visuals of what is happening in the studio. Welcome to the program once again. This morning, we're taking a look at security. If you followed the program on Monday, we proffer a solution to the issues surrounding insecurity, especially in the northern part of the country. We're continuing that conversation this morning on the program. But this morning, before I threw the lines open, that was on Monday, we threw the lines open, we had an open discussion. Today, we will be talking to some stakeholders, especially in the security sector. We look at the legal implication of some of the happenings in the country. And also, before I throw the lines open, but let's begin the conversation. Northeast governors, they are backing the governor of Borno State's call for engagement of mercenaries in the fight against Boko Haram, and that will be the subject of our discussion this morning. The governors of northeast states, they made this call for the engagement of mercenaries to fight Boko Haram and they said the engagement of these mercenaries should be taken seriously. The governor's call came a day after Borno State Governor Professor Babangana Zulum, as part of his 6-point recommendation on how to end the decade-old crisis, asked that mercenaries should be deployed to fight the insurgents. Both the chambers of the assembly, the upper chamber, that's the one that consists of the Senate, and also the House of Representatives with the lawmaker. Now, these two reactions are coming on the heels of the reported killing of 40 farmers in Borno State by Boko Haram insurgents. While the federal government ponders on the options suggested by the governors and other state actors, we want to explore the bigger implication of foreign assistance, and we have stakeholders who are joining the discussion this morning on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions. On the line of this morning is system consultant to Interpol and security analyst Chikwe Udensi, human rights lawyer, Barrister Emperor Bona will join the discussion, and also on the other end is Abia State Commissioner for Homeland Securities, Prince Dan Okoli. Well, let's begin the conversation with Chief Chikwe Udense. He's a regular when it comes to security issues right here. Chief, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You're welcome. You're speaking with Michael Oni, and you're live on Flow 94.9 FM.
Good morning, Mike. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, Chief. Okay, let's begin the conversation. Nigerians woke up to yet another gruesome killing of harmless farmers over the weekend in Borno State. How did you receive the news?
With enormous shock. Terrible shock. But not unexpected, though. We have, over time, warned government that the dangers we have are so much. I warned, if you recall the last time, that
yes,
we are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. In fact, kegs of gunpowder. The problem is so much. I have suggested to the various governments, especially the ones in the southeast and my state, that there was a need for us to have what I called forest guards that has to be in the forest to protect our people in the inner areas of the forest. What happened in Borno is quite unfortunate. We are told now the numbers have increased. We thought it was only 43 people. 33 more bodies have been discovered. You're looking at almost 100 people slaughtered in their farm.
And Boko Haram came out in a video yesterday claiming over 70 farmers were killed.
Oh yes, that's the fact of the matter. With 43 and 33, over 70 were killed.
Now, all these coming up means that the claim by the federal government that Boko Haram has been decimated, let me put it the exact words used by the presidential spokesperson, that Boko Haram has been technically defeated. I don't know how you're going to react to that particular line, technically defeating of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Well, it depends on which technical he means. I don't understand what technical means. You either defeat or you are defeated. What we have seen now is that Boko Haram is still on the prowl. They are still very active. If you look at the records we have on the terrorist deaths, you will find out that the ones you are hearing about is a tip of the iceberg. There's a regular daily killings, especially in the northern part of the country, and also some parts of the south. The prowl of the Boko Haram has remained there. The activities are still there. The violence is still there. People are being killed every day. Maybe the ones you hear about
are the ones reported in the news.
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
Interesting. Let's hit the nail on the head today to the topic of discussion. The governor of Borno State is asking that we seek assistance from our neighbors, Chad and Cameroon, in the fight against terrorism. Where do you stand on this?
You mean mercenaries?
Yes, mercenaries.
Well, if you want to hire people, soldiers, to fight on your behalf, it has economic undertone. I hope you know that.
Yes.
Are you suggesting that we should pay people to come and fight for us? What national interest do they have? Mercenaries only have economic interest, and we have very horrible record of the activities of mercenaries. What I believe we should be doing now, Mike, is not going to hire mercenaries. What we should be doing now is what we have been shouting over these years: equip law enforcement agencies, equip our military. They are not equipped. The stories of changing the guard at the leadership of the military is not important. Are you going to change people who are going to fight with bare hands? Look at the tools. Look at the arms and ammunition being used by Boko Haram. It's a far outcry. It's far overweight the capacity of our military. So what we're talking about is ensure that you provide the necessary tools to fight Boko Haram. Right now, the tools are not there. We don't need mercenaries. What we need is equipment. Mercenaries will go to where the economic indices favor them more. We don't need mercenaries. We need tools to fight terrorism.
Chief, are you suggesting that our Nigerian army is well equipped, is under-equipped rather?
It's totally unequipped at all.
Unequipped?
Completely unequipped. To say under-equipped is buying the question.
Okay.
They are unequipped. They are unequipped, totally unequipped. I can give you the facts and figures.
I'm so much interested in the facts and the figures also, because that's a very big claim that they are unequipped.
Well, I'm the systems consultant for Interpol. I hope you know that.
I'm sure I'm aware of that.
And we have the facts when it has to do with our equipment, when it is just opposed equipment being used by the criminals and the terrorists. They are far more equipped than our agencies. They are far more prepared, motivated than our agencies. Our agencies are poorly equipped. They are unmotivated. In most cases, the equipment are not there at all. They are not there at all. So you cannot fight terrorism with empty hands. You must have to provide the necessary tools. You heard about the general that has been demoted.
Yes,
for saying the truth. Well, he's an army man. I'm not. I'll tell you the truth. The truth is that the tools are not there. Government should stop what they are doing right now. Government at all levels, federal, state, and local government. What they are doing now, they are very unserious with fighting terrorism. Government should provide the tools. I understand they are making efforts now to do that, having provided some funding through the budget arrangement, but they are not doing enough. They're not doing enough. The threat is there. It's imminent. It is happening every day. People are dying every day. So we don't have to pay lip service to security. We must have to get serious with ensuring that we motivate our boys and provide the tools for them to fight terrorism. Right now,
I'm afraid, Chief, the problem might not be the federal government's unwillingness to purchase the tools and the equipment needed to decimate Boko Haram. Milai Mohammed, the Minister of Information, said Nigeria is at the mercy of Boko Haram because the country has been denied weapons to prosecute the war against insurgency. Now, this comes the question of diplomatic relation between Nigeria and some of the countries that we're hoping will sell equipment and tools to Nigeria.
I do not understand that at all. We don't have to buy. There are 48 countries that manufacture arms and ammunition that are capable of fighting terrorism. We don't have to limit it to only 4. We can, if A is not selling to us, we can buy from B. We are not in negative diplomatic relationship with most countries of the world. What I believe we ought to do, which they are not telling us, is provide the funding. We understand that some money was provided earlier and they were misappropriated. Let us provide some more. We can't live from yesterday. We should ensure that we provide necessary funding, purchase the equipment, and fight terrorism. That is what I believe. I don't believe in going to negotiate with some of these stories that are just there to buy questions and buy time.
Okay, Chief, why has it become difficult for Nigeria to get global assistance in this fight if those countries are saying, well, we cannot, we have issues of human rights abuses against these soldiers and the likes? Don't you think it is time to check those abuses, because it looks like they are the ones hindering our progress in the fight against insurgency in Nigeria?
I do not believe that any country in the world would deny Nigeria arms because of our civil rights records. No. I'm saying that there are 48 manufacturers of arms and ammunition, and we can buy from any of them. And most of them are not interested in our internal diplomacy or civil rights records. What I am saying is that government should get serious. Right now, there's lack of seriousness at all levels of government. All levels of government, not just the federal government. Security is enshrined in all the 3 arms of government. So they should wake up from their slumber and do something. Right now, not much is being done. That's my position, Mike.
Interesting. Although you mentioned it already, Chief, before I let you go, there is also a question of lack of accountability and corruption in the management of the funds meant for the prosecution of the fight against insurgency.
It's true. I am fully aware that so much money that has been earmarked, not earmarked though, earmarked for purchase of equipment have been misappropriated or misplaced. I'm aware of that. But what I'm insisting is that we don't have to live on yesterday. Let us allow the crime fighting wings, the investigative wing of the government to take care of that. Those agencies that investigate crime, they should look at that. But let us provide funding for that to ensure that we have this equipment. We cannot go to rely on having misappropriated funds yesterday and don't provide funds for tomorrow. No. It is one cutting his nose to spite his face. What we ought to do is ensure that we have necessary funding. In most cases, we should eliminate middlemen. Government-to-government processes are often better. Eliminate middlemen, get equipment in the system. As I talk to you now, I can give you a total overview of our equipment we have vis-a-vis what is being used by the terrorists. If you just oppose them, you will see that we are not serious. If your opponent has AK-47 and you have cutlass, that is exactly what it looks like. If your opponent has AK-47 and you are fighting with cutlass, I don't know how you intend to win the war. You must provide a comparable, if not bigger, tool to fight him, to defeat him. So that's where we are right now. Government should wake up. Government should get serious and ensure that the tools are there to fight terrorism. Right now, it is not being done.
All right, Chief Chikwe Udense, I do really appreciate your analysis and your contribution this morning on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM. Chief Chikwe Udense is a system consultant to Interpol and a security analyst. Thank you very much, Chief.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. All right. Yeah, I hope you understand some of the angles we're looking at this morning concerning the security situation in the country, talking about the call for the engagement of mercenaries in the fight against Boko Haram. We still have some stakeholders and newsmakers to talk to this morning on the program, on the lineup. Definitely, we will be speaking to a human rights lawyer, Barrister Emperor Ogbonna, and also the Abia State Commissioner for Homeland Securities, Prince Dan Okoli. These reactions are coming, of course, on the heels of the reported killing of over 40 farmers in Borno State by Boko Haram. And of course, it is very important we keep talking about security in the country until we decimate Boko Haram totally. As far as the atrocities by this terrorist group is concerned, there is little that is shocking anymore. But from strapping explosives to hapless teenagers to exploding bombs in mosques full of worshippers, we all thought they had plumbed to death. Not until we had that issue over the weekend we had that issue over the weekend of the killing of the rice farmers, and the way they were killed was actually what drew global outrage. We have the Honorable Commissioner for Homeland Security joining us this morning, Prince Dan Okoli. Good morning to you, Honorable Commissioner.
Good morning, Mike.
Yes, you're welcome to the platform on Flow 94.9 FM.
Thank you.
Yes, do you support the use of mercenaries as proposed by Professor Babangana Zulum, the governor of Borno State?
Well, I don't even understand what he means by a mercenary. For me, there is nothing wrong in collaborating with foreign countries to fight crime, but to depend solely on foreign aids to fight crime within this country, I don't really buy into that. We have, that is why there is this clamor for state police. If we have state-controlled police, we can effectively tackle crimes. This central system of controlling police from Abuja is getting ineffective. If they can allow states to have police, we can tackle crime wherever it springs up in this country. So for me, we can collaborate with foreign countries to fight crime. That is just collaboration, not depending on them or folding our hands, bringing in mercenaries from outside. So how long will we continue to bring in people to fight crime? Since we know that crime is...
Permits me to cut in here. What exactly do you mean by collaboration if we are not working with the mercenaries? What do you mean by the collaboration with the foreign mercenaries? And how do we intend to make this happen?
Share intelligence. We can share intelligence with foreign countries. For instance, when Americans came to rescue their own within the shores of this country, they didn't just do that. There was exchange of intelligence from the security down here. So we can share intelligence in order to fight crime, but not to depend solely on mercenaries, pay them, they come and stay here and fight crime for us. For me, it's a waste of resources.
Interesting. From the state level, do you also subscribe to suggestions that the federal decentralizes the control, although you said, but the command of our different security forces? I think some persons are saying it will give the state governors more powers, and those powers can be abused. I don't know what will be your immediate reaction to that.
Yes, I cannot rule out abuse of such powers. I can't rule it out. But with proper legislation, such can be curtailed. So I strongly subscribe to state police.
Okay, I'm going to take you again, especially in the southeastern part of the country. Now, some experts, security consultants have said that we have the need for forest guards, looking at some of the challenges we have, especially pertaining security in the southeastern part of the country. Do you subscribe to this opinion?
Yeah, we are on it already. You will agree with me that about a few weeks ago, we recruited and trained about 500 able-bodied youths, males and females, into the Homeland Security Watch. Some of them will serve as forest guards. Some of them will serve as vigilantes. Some of them will serve as neighborhood watch. We are already in the process of deploying our men as forest guards because we have seen the need, the necessity to guide our farmers. Because if we don't do this, next year we will find food to eat and we won't see, because these farmers are very vulnerable. They can't go to farm again because of an incursion of herdsmen and some foreign people we do not know. So we need homeland.
Interesting. I want to really appreciate your time this morning, Honorable Commissioner, despite your busy schedules, to speak to us concerning security, especially that call by the governor of Borno State. Thank you very much, Prince Dan Okoli.
Anytime I'm available.
All right, thank you very much. You just heard from the Honorable Commissioner for Homeland Securities in Abia State, Prince Dan Okoli. Now, let's move on with the conversation. I told you that we will be speaking to some newsmakers this morning. I do have joining me this morning human rights lawyer, Barrister Emperor Ogbonna. Barrister, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine. You're live on Flow 94.9 FM. My name is Michael Oni. Now, let's go straight to the discussion. Would you really amount the surrendering of our sovereignty to openly ask for mercenaries or foreign assistance, if I may put it that way, in the onslaught against the terrorists in the northeastern part of the country?
Well, the truth is that it is high time the country did that. We are not really, when some people say that we are surrendering our sovereignty to the mercenaries, I laugh at them. All over the whole world, foreign mercenaries or foreign soldiers always come to salvage or help situations. Even in America, when they go to a new country to do an operation, sometimes they work with the local vigilantes, they work with the local soldiers there to do a problem, to solve a problem. Even when those people are coming to their own country, something can happen because of the kind of specialized information and specialized skill needed for a particular job. You might require foreign people to do it. Okay, look at it this way. The other day, American soldiers came to Nigeria and they rescued their own brother who was in Nigeria. Now, this is American soldiers, but Nigerian soldiers have been fighting Boko Haram since. Billions of dollars have been spent on fighting the Boko Haram war, and every day the problem keeps escalating. Look at Shekau boasting that the Nigerian army was wrong in saying that it was 68 people that was killed, that it was actually 78 people that were killed. Shekau was boasting. So you see that the state of security in Nigeria is very poor, and the Nigerian military, Nigerian police, and the Nigerian military in general have been working to ensure that Boko Haram is extinguished. But as we see it today, they have not achieved success. There is nothing wrong in getting a foreign hand to help you. That foreign hand will not be working in isolation. The foreign hand will still be working under the supervision of the Ministry of Defense and under the military. But they have special equipment, they have special satellites, they have special guns, they have things that can help them to win. Nothing. We are talking about human life here. There is nothing you will spend to safeguard a human life that is too much. If America can spend millions of dollars to fly soldiers from America to Nigeria to save a person, how much is expected, or how much will you expect to spend just to save the life of farmers in the north? How to save the life of people in the north? So the issue of sovereignty, this is just playing politics with the life of people.
Okay,
anybody bringing in the issue
Barrister, permit me to cut in here. Experts are saying that it is not advisable to hire mercenaries for assistance in the onslaught against terrorists, because it comes with its own economic sabotage. We will be paying more, and of course they will have interest in our resources in Nigeria.
Well, I don't agree. As I said earlier, there is nothing wrong with getting foreign hands to help us. The issue of sabotaging our economy, which economy are we talking about? Is it a comatose economy? The economy that is already in recession? If you bring mercenaries, you pay them. Mercenaries are paid soldiers. You pay them for whatever the services they are rendering, and when they finish, they go back. It is in this modern era, a mercenary cannot hijack a government. A mercenary cannot hijack a government. So the issue of economic sabotage it will not arise. Just get these mercenaries, let them help us to fight this war. And when this war is over, they'll go back. Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with that, and it is not surrendering our sovereignty in any way. Because these soldiers in Nigeria, the military in Nigeria, have been doing this job for up to 10, 15 years, fighting Boko Haram. They have not succeeded. Every day people are being killed. What is madness? Doing the same thing all over and over again, expecting the same results. It is high time the government of Nigeria think about doing it in a different way. The purpose of everything is to safeguard human life. So what I'm actually saying is that it is not a sabotage, and it is not wrong.
Some persons are saying that we have not exhausted all the local options. What do you think we have not done?
Well, when people say that, I actually agree, because this issue of local option, what is these service chiefs? These service chiefs have tried. They should go. The House of Rep, the Senate have called the president asking that these service chiefs should go. But the president, in his own wisdom, is refusing to let them go. Garba Shehu this morning or yesterday night said that the service chiefs are there at the pleasure of the president, and that once the president is not finding anything wrong with what they're doing, that they will stay. I agree with him. But we as Nigerians, we are saying that they should go. And this is one of the options we need to review. So, yes, I agree with you that we have not exhausted our remedies. The service chiefs should go, let new hands come. But if the president wants the service chiefs to remain, let him comply with the advice of the governor of Borno State that that mercenaries be involved to help to quell insecurity in the country. But otherwise, we'll just continue spending money in fighting the Boko Haram war. Some people benefiting from the whole system, and in the end, human beings are being sacrificed.
Okay, the security challenges in Nigeria are so peculiar to the geopolitical zones. In the northeastern part of the country, we have insurgency, Boko Haram decimating, in fact, according to some sources, holding territory, although the government denied that. In the north central, we have kidnapping and banditry, cattle rustling. In the southeastern part of the country, we have kidnapping also, and of course the issue of some killer herdsmen, of course, overrunning villages and overrunning farms in the southeastern part of the country. The governors are calling for devolution of power in terms of security, state policing. What is your take on that?
No, I don't agree with state policing. If you go back to history, you will understand that all the time that we have state police in Nigeria, we have governors hijacking the policemen, hijacking them to attack and to arrest political opponents, people who are very versatile, who are very vocal in speaking against a particular governor. The governor will use the commissioner of police or the police to arrest them and harass them. This is not right. But when it comes to the issue of security, as I said earlier, the mercenaries should focus in the north. Right here in the south, the police and the army, they are still competent in fighting whatever insecurity we have here. People are being kidnapped in the south, there is no doubt. But we have situations where the army and the police have been able to nip the kidnapping in the bud. They've arrested so many kidnappers. In all honesty, when you are trying to rate the Nigerian security apparatus or Nigerian security officials, when it comes to the issue of fighting kidnapping and in the south, they have actually done so well. It's only in the north where we have Boko Haram and the banditry and everything that they have not done so well. But when it comes to the south, the level of insecurity we see in the south cannot be compared to the north. So when we talk about breakdown of security in Nigeria, the south and the north are not on the same pedestal. In the south, the police, the civil defense, the military, they are still doing a good work here. They are still doing a good job here in maintaining security. But in the north, it's not the same thing. So calling for a total upturning of the security system so that the state governors will control the security, control police in the south and in the whole country, I'm telling you, it will not work. Okay. Nigeria have not reached that stage.
There are claims in some quarters, just before I let you go this morning so that we can take calls, there are claims in some quarters that, the military, the Nigerian army, are under-equipped. And some persons are even saying unequipped. That's a total one. In fact, we've seen leaked videos. The one that put Former Major General Adeniyi in trouble. He was demoted, of course, after facing the court-martial of the military. I don't know if you subscribe to that opinion, and if yes, do you think that the sack of service chiefs would change that particular narrative of under-equipped Nigerian army in the country?
Yes, I believe that the Nigerian army is under-equipped. I watched the video of Adeniyi, what he said. In fact, I watched that video 2 times. I was trying to find out the reason why they demoted that guy. In honesty to you, I don't see what the man. I can't see what the man. I can't hear what the man that says.
There are protocols in the military, barrister. There are protocols in the military. If he's to report to, he's meant to report directly to the chief of staff, not through the video leaked, although finally leaked to the public.
Yes, I agree with you. That is the area I'm coming to.
Okay.
Ultimately, what he said is very harmless. But the truth about it is the military man. Being a military man, there are certain things you don't talk on air. That is the area he made a mistake. But he was saying the truth. But we all know that saying the truth, it's not everywhere you say the truth. Sometimes you say the problem is the channel. He didn't follow the right channel in making a complaint. But what he said is the truth. Now, when we come to the issue of equipping the military, our military is under-equipped, certainly. You cannot compare our military to what we have overseas. But this is all international politics. Right now, like Mohammed was saying the other day, that they are refusing to sell weapons to Nigeria, that Nigerians don't have weapons because of this issue of human rights. You know, American system, America, UK, and the other day UK was discussing the answers. We buy our military equipment from United States, United Kingdom, and all these big countries. And when these countries feel that the Nigerian government is trying to see through the human rights or opposition or free speech and everything, this government would work against Nigeria to sell military equipment to us. They did it to Jonathan, and it appears that they are doing it also to the Buhari government. But the truth is that we have to start thinking about how to produce these things ourselves. That is the truth. The Nigerian government has to start thinking about how to produce this equipment themselves. We have military colleges, we have military engineers. We should start thinking about how to produce equipment ourselves so that we can fight this insurgency. We cannot continue depending on foreign countries. But the truth is that the Nigerian military, they are under-equipped. And not only that, some of them don't even have the morale. Some of the salaries and Nigerian economy is collapsing. Dollar is now 500 something. Now, if he pays a soldier 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, and he goes to the market, he can't even buy cement. Cement is now 4,000 naira. So how would the soldier cope? So we talk about poverty. When a soldier is poor and he has a gun, what do you expect him to do? So you see that we need to start working on the psyche of our soldiers. We need to start working on the military, giving them that equipment. We also need to start letting them understand that the civilians have rights. Because when they infringe the rights of civilians, these videos go viral, the whole world sees it, and the countries that sell weapons to us will stop selling weapons to us. It is one way, it is the other way, it's not the one-way traffic. But generally, the military is underfunded. And not only that, even if they are funded, we need to stop corruption, in the sense that sometimes we see a situation whereby some people in the Ministry of Defense and all these things, we may hear one corruption or the other in purchasing of equipment, of arms and everything. So you see that you need to block all those loopholes where money is wasted so that we can actually buy the equipment we need to protect the life of Nigerians.
Barrister, I want to really appreciate your analysis this morning on the program, the platform on Flow 94.9 FM. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you.
You're welcome. We've been speaking with Barrister Emperor Ogbonna, a human rights lawyer. And of course, you heard his thoughts concerning the use of mercenaries as proposed by the Borno State Governor, Babangana Zulum, the governor of Borno State. Of course, she's a professor. So what do you make of the analysis this morning? And of course, what do you make of that statement? It was made by the governor of Borno State, Babangana Zulum, on the use of mercenaries in the fight against the Boko Haram in Nigeria. The lines are very much open now. 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. You can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289, both the traditional SMS and also the WhatsApp messages. We're also live on Facebook. Drop your comments there. I'm going to take them. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. Michael Oni.
You're welcome.
Yeah, happy new month.
Oh, thank you very much. Same to you.
Yeah. My name is Pastor Ifan Emmanuel.
All right, Pastor.
I'm calling from Baos in Shalangwa North.
All right.
Yeah, I want to align my opinion to that of Chief Chinkwe Udensi. But I want to disagree with him on the issue of not employing a mercenary.
Okay.
Yeah, the proposal by the Borno state government is in order. If Nigeria is having terrible security challenges, and then the only way, one of the ways they could go in to see that these challenges are overcome is by involving foreign mercenaries, as well as injecting the youth into the security outfit in this country. The military is not even under-equipped. They are not equipped and they are not funded. But plus or minus, the security chiefs should be disengaged so that new blood will come in, the youth will come in with new strategies to see how to face the challenges of security, particularly in the north.
All right.
Well, the southeast, the kidnapping and so on, the army, the police, and other security operatives are handling it. I thank God for the man, the Commissioner for Home Security, who said they have employed about 500 personnel.
All right, Pastor.
Some will have a forest guard and so on.
Get to the reactions.
Care of some of the situation in the southeast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do enjoy the rest of your day. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
My Felix Nolida to you.
Oh, thank you very much. Same to you.
All right, I remember Mr. Prince Will from here, no more natural.
All right, Mr. Prince Will.
Michael, I quite disagree with anybody that is saying that we should hire machinery. I quite disagree with anybody that's telling us that we should do this on audit of them. The real McCoy of the security in Nigeria lies with our president, who is the chief security officer. If the president doesn't trust anybody in Nigeria again, let him trust me. Any power from the southeast to put as a chief security officer, to put as army officers, let him give it to me. And here, let me tell the entire world on radio. The problem in Nigeria lies with the north. Let me go a little bit down road or historical length.
All right, you have 45 seconds.
During time of independence, they not disagree. When we are fighting the harsh and SARS, the northern governors collided and said no. When we are trying to invite the president of Nigeria to speak to us, to speak to our representatives in the National Assembly, the entire majority of North yesterday said no. Why should they do that? Now they are telling us to mortgage our sovereignty by inviting a mercenary. I'm saying no. The president, please listen to me. Change your security chiefs. If you change them, you see a difference in the security outfit of the nation. You will see that we behave like Ihejirika, who terminated them before you try to take him to the UN. That's my take. May God bless you, my brother.
All right, thank you for your take. We lost that. We've got messages on the Facebook page. Ozo Francis Namani from Enugu says the call for sack of service chiefs by the Senate prior to the height of insecurity ravaging the nation is a wake-up call. But then, Mr. President heed to this call. That's another thing. It is time the National Assembly should wake up from their slumber and take the bull by the horn, because the country is already in turmoil. May God help us. All right. Martin Skizito says, Michael, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Nwaze Chukuneye is commenting on my glasses. Beatrice Marcos says, I always enjoy Flow FM programs. That's my morning tea. That's on our Facebook page. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Okay, we have to move on. Hello, good morning to you. We lost that. Let's keep your comments coming. This one says on our SMS line, hello, the issue of local option. With my awareness, the Nigerian Army appraised 2002 Ezuku Convention, Uwani, Enugu State, under the grand patronship of President Buhari, has a I didn't get this anyways. It's incomplete also. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
It's Ikechuku calling from Umaya.
All right, Ikechuku.
See, it's a very bad idea to bring foreigners or machineries. to fight Boko Haram or confront any security challenges, of which I know most of the advanced countries will never do it. You understand what I'm telling you? What did I say this?
Are you saying we don't need help?
Hello?
Yes, are you saying we don't need help?
We don't need, not that we don't need help.
Okay.
We don't need this. It's a kind of security sabotage. Let me tell you why I say this.
All right.
There is a global conspiracy, because although we Africa have not put our house in order, by protection, we are like a crisis-prone continent. Now, when Yar'Adua was there, Yar'Adua proposed African standby force to confront any security challenges, rebellion, coup d'etat. America opposed it, fighting that they have African, which they have at Oyiko from Guinea, their warship position there. They even donated some warship to us, promised to train by bilateral relationship to train our naval officers, including land troops and air force. Let Muammar Gaddafi of Libya propose that AU, sometimes we don't behave like a continent. This country will not be happy in Europe, and Europe will keep quiet and fold their hands. This African Union should rally up, because this issue of Boko Haram and terrorism is not only in Nigeria. We have Al-Shabaab, even ISIS and Al-Qaeda, they are penetrating through Sudan, this sub-Sahara region. Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, Mali, and Niger are not safe. This AU should put up a contingent troops. If we don't have weapons, Egypt not get, Libya not get, and Ghana not have weapons, until the whole thing will spread across. That this will have strong like I say.
All right, wrap up your thoughts, please.
AU should put up their own force to confront any crisis anywhere in Africa. So Africa can be a safer place.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution. We do appreciate. All right, I'm afraid that's how far we can go. We have third tier coming up by 11 o'clock. We're focusing. Our focus is on the local government elections coming up. We have a candidate of one of the local governments who will be joining us this morning. Of course, it's about local government elections in Abia State that will come up on the 18th of December 2020, and it is time now to know the mandate of those that will represent you at the local government level. You know, it is the grassroots, it is the closest tier of government to the people, and it is very important we hold them accountable for some of their promises. So join us 11 o'clock, that's the top of the hour. I'm stepping out of the studio already. Thank you very much. Many thanks to the producer of the program. Let the conversation continue on our social media platforms, on Flow 949 FM, on Facebook, and also on Twitter. Thank you very much. Many thanks to the producer, Samson Eze, and also the guys behind the cameras, of course the visuals you're seeing on our Facebook page, Solomon and also Stanley. Do enjoy the rest of your day. The program returns on Friday. My name is Michael Oni.